got the book. How's the next one going? This guy sounds like my agent. Where's your next book? I'm working on it. No, I'm actually always flattered when people ask me this because it means there's demand. They want to read the next book. So here's what's going on. I've already started writing my next book. It'll be a collection of personal essays, which in my opinion is like a totally underrated genre. The thing about fiction is no matter how much you love that main character, and let's say they die tragically at the end and you're heartbroken, part of you can still say, yeah, but it's a made-up character. It's not a real person, so, you know. But with personal essays or creative nonfiction, these are all true stories. They're about me. I just dramatize them in a way so that it feels like I'm a fictional character, but I'm real. And I think people know that. And because of that, the stakes are higher, even if they're not life or death. It's like, will Michael figure out how to exist in the world, how to get along better with his family, or how to find peace or whatever. So I think it's interesting that way. I think the stakes are a little bit higher. What I'm struggling with, but not really struggling with, but it's on my mind, is how do I write a sequel book that doesn't feel like it's a Paper Orchestra Volume 2, right? Because I don't want people to, you know, right now people are recommending it to their friends, but I don't want them to say when the next book comes out, oh, you don't really need to read both books. You just read the first one. The second one's kind of more of the same. You know, I don't want that. I want people to say, oh, you got to read both books. And so if I just write more of the same, you know, that's not going to cut it. But then again, if I write something so off the map, the people who love my book are going to be like, well, what's this? This is not what I was hoping to read. I wanted that stuff. Musicians struggle with this. You know, their first couple of albums everyone loves, and then suddenly they're like, well, we can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. How about we release an album of, you know, jazz tunes or whatever, cover songs? And then people are like, what's this? What I'm aware of is that I don't have fans. I have fans of my work, but I don't have fans. And that means I just can't sell whatever shit I want to sell. I have to, you know, give people kind of what they expect. So I'm playing with this. And the way I think I'm going forward with it is I'm writing stories the way I write them, but the way I'm writing is actually kind of evolving. So I'm digging a little deeper. I'm spending more time on moments that maybe I didn't spend on in the first book, and I'm tackling subjects that I haven't yet even covered. So in the first book, I talk a lot about first love. Everyone talks about first love. But in my second book, I'm writing a story right now about second love, which is something people don't really cover, right? Because first love is explosive and it's exciting and it's so fresh and new. And then second love, you go into it, you're like, but I want to feel the same way I did during first love. But that's not possible. You don't get to experience it for the first time ever again. So what is second love when you go into that? What are you searching for? What is it supposed to feel like? That's one of the subjects. I wrote another essay about, I had one of my best childhood friends died tragically. And so I wrote a story about how me and our other best friend, how we processed that grief together. Just the two of us. There were supposed to be three. And it was just the two of us talking and trying to figure something out, I guess. I have another story I'm about to write about, it's not about experiencing tragic or sudden death. It's about watching another close friend of mine die. I haven't written about that yet. And that's just awful, watching someone die. What do you do? What are you supposed to say? Stuff like that. So those are the things I'm covering. But thank you so much for asking. I really am flattered when people ask about my book, and thank you for sharing it with your friends. And I'm so glad it means something to you, that I can write in such a way that it feels like I'm not really telling my story, but I'm telling your story as well. I'm just the guy with the words. That's it. Thank you again.